Richard Burr, U.S. Senator and head of the Senate Intelligence Committee, reassured everyone that the U.S. government had the coronavirus situation completely under control. Here's what he said back in March.
Luckily, we have a framework in place that has put us in a better position than any other country to respond to a public health threat like the coronavirus.
His words sounded quite calming, especially from someone who receives daily briefings about the spread of the coronavirus. Although, a few days earlier, he was telling a group of wealthy donors and constituents a very different story. Here's a secret recording of Richard Burr speaking at the Capitol Hill Club.
There's one thing that I can tell you about this. It is much more aggressive in its transmission than anything that we have seen in recent history. It's probably more akin to the 1918 pandemic.
Burr even offered some advice to his wealthy friends.
Every company should be cognizant of the fact that you may have to alter your travel. You may have to look at your employees and judge whether the trip they're making to Europe is essential or whether it can be done on a video conference. Why risk it?
Needless to say, accusations are now flying that Richard Burr used his Capitol Hill inside info to help out his pals financially. You remember when the stock market tanked, right?
And tonight's stock market futures are pointing to a higher open after the biggest point drop in history. The Dow losing more than 2,000 points today.
A lot of investors repriced that oil shock, the crash we saw in markets, and a 2,000-point swing on the Dow.
Fears over the coronavirus leading to the biggest point drop in Dow history today.
Well, Richard Burr was pretty well unaffected because he unloaded up to $1.7 million of his stocks just a week before the plunge. Now, he says this is not because of any insider information he had.
I relied solely on public news reports to guide my decision regarding the sale of stocks on February the 13th.
But Richard Burr is not the only Capitol Hill dweller to make some slick stock market moves at just the right time.
As Intel chairman, Senator Burr got private briefings about coronavirus weeks ago. Burr knew how bad it would be. He told the truth to Hill's wealthy donors, while assuring the public that we were fine. Then he sold off $1.6 million in stock before the fall. He needs to resign.
Senator Burr should resign and prepare to spend some quality time with a federal grand jury.
Now, maybe there's an honest explanation for what he did. If there is, he should share it with the rest of us immediately. Otherwise, he must resign from the Senate and face prosecution for insider trading.
Now, all of them are saying they had no control over these investment decisions. They're also emphasizing that this was just good luck. They had no insider knowledge.
Well, it looks pretty bad, especially for Senators Burr and Laughlin, who are pretty well connected. Of course, Senator Burr, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, he was privy to secret briefings on the coronavirus and what the response to the coronavirus was going to be and how bad it might be. All of that would be a big problem for him. As for the senator from Georgia, she has another problem in that her husband is the chairman of the New York Stock Exchange, presumably pretty well connected, and she's on a committee that oversees the health industry. The bigger picture here is that we have public servants, we have members of Congress who are using their power and position not only in stock trades. The problem is that the U.S. government has too much goodies to give out, so it's impossible for some of these people to resist.
Amid a national crisis, Americans want their political leaders to be solving problems, managing the issues, and getting things done. It seems like they're certainly doing that, but on a more personal level. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.